Videos. This one is for Con 6th grade ratio tables. So we're going to learn how to fill in ratio tables. And I like these because the Con ones here, they don't go sequentially, so you got to learn how to really use multiplication to fill these out, unlike some of the ones I've seen. So let's take a look at some of these. So we have our situation here. Gary needs 24 screws for every 2 chairs he builds. Complete the table using this. So we have this first one we can just fill right in. So we have 2 to 24. We can just go right here and say, hey, we can just multiply that by, so that would be times 3, because 2 times 3 gives us 6. So we can just say, hey, that is 24 times 3 will get us what goes there. So 20 times 3 would be 60. 4 times 3 is 12. So 60 plus 12 would be 72. Okay, so that's what would go there. But then we look at this one. 2 doesn't go into 9, so that causes a problem. So what we need to do on a lot of these, what you're going to have to do is simplify the ratio they give you. And these are both evens, so we can divide them by 2. So we're going to divide them by 2 over 2, divide them by that. So we're going to end up with 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 24 divided by 12. So basically what this tells us is he uses 12 screws for 1 chair. Now that one we could do, we could actually put that ratio up here, 1 to 12. And then we say, what do we times 1 by to get to 9? And that is just timesing by 9, isn't it? And then we're going to end up 12 times 9 to fill in that one. And 12 times 9, so that would be 9 times 10 is 90, and 9 times 2 is 18. So that would be 90 plus 18 would be 108. So it takes 108 screws if he makes 9 chairs. So you're going to have to do that on a lot of these. Reduce the ratio that they give you in order to make these work. So that's something we're going to need to do. Okay, let's go ahead and look at another one here. So let's go ahead with this one. So we have 15 to 20. Now, again, with this one, if you don't know it, but if you do, 15 will go into 45. That is times 3 here. So we can get there. 15 times 3 is 45. So this would be 20 times 3. So we're just using our giant 1 in a table. We just show it this way. So 20 times 3 would be 60. Okay. So that one's good, but 15 won't go into 6. So let's take that ratio we know. 6 over, or sorry, wrong ratio. 15 over 20, and let's simplify that. 5 goes into both those, so we'll divide them both by 5, and that will give us 3/4, and that's simplified. So 3 to 4 is a simpler ratio, and I can get 3 into 6 by just timesing it by 2. So I got to times 4 by 2 also. Times that by 2. So again, really what I'm doing is just using my giant 1. I'm taking 3/4, and if you want to do it this way instead of on the table, timesing it by 2 over 2 to get me 6 and 8. So that means 8's what goes here. Okay, so we're just using the giant 1. Just on the table, we'll often show it with arrows to kind of make it just a little bit easier. But we're still just using the giant 1 to create equivalent ratios like we've done in the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at another one here. So Martha needs 28 strawberries for every 4 smoothies she makes. Okay, so again, we have a problem here because 28 and 4, that won't go into either one of these. So we'll go ahead and start by reducing that. So we have 28 to 4, and 4 goes into both those. So let's go ahead, divide it by 4 over 4. So we're going to reduce that clear down. And that would be 7, 1. So we know our simplified ratio is 7 to 1. So 7 strawberries for 1 smoothie. And that's pretty easy because then we can just, so if we have 7 to 1, we know we need a 3 over here. We can just multiply by 3 over 3. So that would just give us 21, because 1 times 3 is 3, and 7 times 3 is 21. Then on this next one here, we could go, we got 7 over 1 again. We need 70 though here. So we're going to use a giant 1 of 10 over 10, because that gives me 70 on top. So 1 times 10 is 10. So that's what we'd end up doing on there. Okay, so that's what you're going to do with these. You're just going to keep working those again. You need to often simplify that first ratio to help you out with these. Once you find that first ratio, or the starting ratio, we often call that, or the ratio that created the table, once you find that, then these become fairly simple. You can just use multiplication, use the giant 1 and other strategies to solve these like we've done in the past. So good luck with these, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day. Bye.